Hello there, builderbrad here, and welcome to another speed build in The Sims 4. And today I'm doing a starter home, and this got inspired by an episode of My Dream Home, because I watch quite a bit of that show, and they have a lot of these sort of small houses in America, where they're like very similar to this, very cutesy. Like I think this build's a little bit cute and stuff. It's on a bit of land, it's got a nice yard, and yeah. So with this, I'm just sorting out a really like a pretty basic shape of this build. And yeah, so as we go into this, you see how much I struggled with the budget for a starter home. So like this home shrinks even further than what it is now, which is a bit funny. Like it ends up just being a one bedroom, one bathroom, and to access the bathroom you have to go up a flight of stairs. So you know. However, I don't think you see many two-story starter homes. I've known that I've done it before, like a loft one, I think it was, maroon something, and yeah. So I'm just, oh, and of course I'm going to leave all the custom content links down below. I recommend that you download all from the artist that I recommend, because I'm not going to link individual items because I use quite a bit of it, especially in all my builds. So if you want to download these, they're on the gallery. My name is builderbrad64 on the gallery, so yeah, just a heads up. So download all these if you're into custom content. And yeah, I say the biggest one would be Peacemaker. Like I always uses clutter items and things. I forget where the windows are from, but I think every maniac in custom content has the same ones, so it's gonna be fine. Point being, I go with a red front door here, and yeah. So you see these houses like all over America and stuff, in suburbs right outside big cities, and I think from this angle there that you just saw, it looks quite nice. Like the contrast of big concrete buildings and this small, cute sort of contemporary home, but not really. The furniture, yeah, the furniture and built a bit more modern, nice as well. The interior is what I meant to say. But I go with a few pillars as well to make it look like maybe it's like 100 or 70 years old, and they made it open planned over the years. And yeah, so just doing a bit of a floor plan here. So you got the bedroom space, and then you got the bathroom, which is tiny. Like a lot of this build's a bit tiny. So there we go. And then that nook over there, that one by one, is just gonna be a bookshelf for the. I guess it has to be the master bedroom because there's no other bedrooms. So yeah, earlier today I downloaded all of Right Hearted custom content, and he was the guy who done the sectional sofa that I used in the last one. And with this build, I actually go with sectional sofa again, which is cool. And yeah, so maybe I should talk about me a little bit. So I'm a 17-year-old from the UK, and I'm going to be doing architectural and interior design next year at college, my second year. So that's going to be fun. I reckon, yeah. I know I'm pretty boring like that. But it is interesting because last year I was doing performing arts, but I didn't really enjoy that. So now I'm going to do something totally different at college. Still going to the same one though. It's just a bit different architecture and performing arts. But what can you do? But I would say it's much better to me wasted a year doing that than it would be to waste like 3 years or more doing performing arts not to like it. I mean, obviously I liked it in high school because I got a C in it, but yeah, I've always had a passion for architecture. Like that's kind of what I'm doing right here, isn't it? And yeah, point being, like, I'd just say when in doubt, there's always the option to change. So yeah, like I have actually got the grades for it already because since I've done my GCSEs like 2 years ago now, I already have the qualifications for a level 3 course at college. because I got my maths and English, science and that. And yeah, so my other options were done, which was GCSE film studies, GCSE photography, which I got B's in, GCSE drama, which I got a C in, and that was my options there. And honestly, it was really fun, the film study one, I would say. Like, even if I have no interest in doing acting or filming anymore, I still like it, and I still say my skills might transfer from doing like videos on the internet or something. Like, regardless, I always like digital media. I always will. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm trying to place down furniture to see what will fit here, add in the pillars and stuff, and the kitchen's a bit interesting because it's in two different parts, if that makes sense. You see it soon, but half the cabinets are on a different wall to the other half, and yeah, and most of it's under the sink. I haven't tested to see if it works, but I'm guessing it would. And yeah, so I'm just doing some landscaping so that the back of the lot is elevated a little bit higher than the first part of the lot, the front of the lot. And there is a bin, there's a mailbox, there's everything you need actually. There's a nice TV over the fireplace. Because what am I going to do? Have a fireplace and no fire? Have a chimney with no fireplace. Like, I messed that up on the last build when I was doing the commentary as well, which is a bit funny. Yeah, so I go with the cheapest wall mounted TV, which I think is light-hearted? Bright-hearted, yeah, that's the name of the creator. Adding in these subtle saucer lights, which are a little bit expensive actually. Like, they cost like the same amount of money as like a single white door or whatever. Like, I'm literally sure they're the same price. But yeah, I go with an expensive fridge at first, thinking, oh yeah, this is a small build. I have the budget. I can afford like one good thing. But no, I have to change it for a cheaper one later on. I go with Peacemaker, the cabinets here, and yeah. Point being, yeah, there you see it. The kitchen sinks on that side rather than the other side. I was gonna have a dishwasher, but I didn't like the way that it looked. And yeah, so I'm doing the floorboards here. And then I forget what key it was. It was F or whatever to change the rotation of them. Yeah, if you're wondering. And then I do that, so that it's a little bit more detailed because you have to do details. Like, I still wanted to do detail and a bit of realism, but I don't really have the budget for like actual paintings, plants, and things. Because if I have no budget, this build would have taken so much longer. It would have looked a million times better furnished, like for the interior. Because I think I spent most of the money on the exterior, and yeah. But like, I would not mind living here. Like, this is kind of cute. Like, I like the living space, things like that. I'm just doing some glass uh, tiles behind there, and then I continue it on that wall, so it's a bit of an architectural detail, maybe. I tried to put in a small table here, but I couldn't really afford it that much, so yeah. I have to I have to place items, delete them, see what I can afford. Like, maybe I should redo this build, but with no budget. Like, I wonder if anyone would be interested in that. And yeah, I go with a kind of red theme, like, because you have the red bricks, you have the red front door. So either it's a palette of brown, red, white, grey, black, and that's the palette of this build. So yeah, I always like to do quite modern bathrooms. So the floor there is just concrete, and then you have the glass tile, which is quite modern. So maybe this build was just recently furnished so that they could sell it for like a little bit extra. You know, like, They bought it for cheap. There might have been problems with it, but now they've renovated it. Of course, it's still very much on the small side of things, but what can you do? Like, I mean, you have the full back garden you could add on to. Like, maybe have like a shed or something which has like an office in. I reckon that would be pretty cool to do. Like, yeah, this actually does make me want to redo this, but with no budget, because starter homes, you're very limited in what you can do. And then I go with a plant. I think it's like one of the only plant lives in this house. Actually, I managed to get a tree in the back garden, so that's good. But there's not a whole lot of greenery. Yeah, I'm shrinking the house even more because I need to change the roof of that. Adding in black underneath the floors there, underneath the roofs there, because you simply can't access them, so it looks a little bit neater. Doing some terrain paint here, and yeah, I wish I could have a barbecue as well. You know what? I wish this build could have a lot of things, I'm not gonna lie. But no. I think it still turned out as good as I could have possibly got it for what I was going after. And yeah, because here's the thing, if I had it any bigger, I would not really be able to afford furniture. Like, and then, yeah, if I could not afford the furniture, then it would be unfunctional. So it's a balance of functionality and size. Functionality, size, and budget. And budget and size are always affected because for each wall you have placed down, it will affect the budget. And yeah, I scale up the chimney there, I put it in a bin, and yeah, we're gonna be going into a yeah, here we are. We're looking at the build now. I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, bye.